Welcome, this is where nerds come to learn things. If it's your first time here, click on the subscribe button and on the bell icon to get notifications about new videos. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoy it. Alright, so let's try and fix this MacBook here. Now this one here, I've got a note saying it boots up but doesn't see the hard drive. So let's open it up and we'll see what the story was with it. This is one I've already looked at, that's what my notes on the bottom here for. And oh god, I'll lose the screws at this rate. I think it said liquid damage. Yeah, liquid damage on there, so could just be a short somewhere. It could be it's blown a chip somewhere which is supposed to recognise the drive, or maybe the rail's missing from that drive or something. It could just be a bad flex. It could be as simple as that. So we'll have a good look. I might pull the board out and check both sides, clean the fans out, replace the heatsink compound, that sort of stuff. Give it a bit of a service as well while I'm at it. Check the other side of the board, make sure there's no damage on that side. And see how we go from there. Right, let's have a look. What do we find? A bit dusty, you can see I haven't actually worked on this one yet. Some dust around. There's a little bit of liquid damage looking stuff just here. And interestingly, if you look at this, you see this isn't the right flex. Right, this is a flex from a different machine, it's not the right one. This might be all that's wrong with it, if someone's put the wrong flex in there. Right, so that can go. I don't know what machine this is from, but it's not from this one. It's the wrong type. See, it's all wrinkled up, you see it's longer. It's supposed to fit beautifully, you should just basically put in and line straight up the connector. So that's the wrong one, this is probably from the 15 or something. Right, so we'll change this as well. And we'll take the board out, check both sides, get the dust off it, clean out everything and give it a bit of a service. And then we'll see how it goes after that. And obviously replace that flex because it's completely wrong. Pop all these cables out. Obviously I've already got the battery disconnected, should have pointed that out first. When I've got a board which is dodgy, then I will always disconnect the battery first. It's been sitting as well, don't like to leave it sitting with the battery plugged in, in case there's a problem which is going to happen. This looks mostly dusty, maybe a little bit of liquid damage in there, there's not much. Get the connector out. Oh, the connector's looking a bit dodgy. That might be stuffed. We'll see how we go with that. Well, that was working, so it can't be too bad. Maybe I'll just give it a clean and it'll be alright. Yeah. Go. Just move this to one side. What's this side look like? Lots of dust. Lots of dust. So I don't think this has ever been serviced based on the fact this got a lot of dust in like that. So I'll go and give this a clean off and I'll come back and we'll have another good close look at it. I'll get the microscope out and everything. Okay, so I've got the microscope set up. I've got a little monitor here so you can see what I can see as well. This is actually what I normally look at anyway, is this little screen here. And we'll have a look. I've got the thing set on 3.5 times zoom, but I've got a really high working distance on here. I mean, I can come all the way up. But I need this height to get that level of zoom with this bio lens. So it's the combination I have to use. Anyway, So I can actually go more zoom, but 3.5 seems adequate for inspecting like this. So I've already loosened this off a little bit, dust underneath it. Should just lift up. There we go. Yeah, it's got the bad. Yeah, look at that, some bad pads just there. That's definitely got some corrosion in there. Now you can see that actually with the angle. Maybe I need to tip this back some more. Might be a bit dark for you. Tip back slightly more. Oh, is that it? That's what it's going to do. Right, okay. Well, just here, there's corrosion. So I'll need to do something about that. Let's get my flux out. I'll mark that up now. Because anywhere there's flux is where I'm going to look. Right. But I think from what I could see on the other side of the board, it didn't really look that bad. It was mostly just dust. So I think yes, it has had a little bit of liquid on it. Just a little bit, but I don't really think it's a problem. So I'm looking for brown or red pads, you know, anything particularly unusual. These aren't really that bad, these are pretty standard. So looking for dull solder leads on components. So this particular area of the board is often one that gets hit when it gets water damage, or liquid damage. I shouldn't really call it water damage at all. Component there is catching my eye. That's slightly wonky. I think it's right. So I've had other boards I've worked on. This area has been hit quite badly with liquid damage because it's on the edge of the board and it tends to get affected quite badly. It's looking pretty good, really. It's looking pretty good. This is another area which often gets hit with the liquid damage too. Again, because the edge of the board. So I think it's just that one area up there. This on this side of the board. So we'll come back to that after. Check the other side. I'm going this a bit slowly, but I'm trying to be thorough because I'm not used to picking out faults on these kinds of components. So I'm still trying to get used to spotting things. So I'm trying to be a bit more thorough. Oh, there's a bad one, right there. See that? That does not look good. Being by the SMC, it's quite important to make sure that it doesn't play up. I'll just touch up my iron. Yeah, this area here has been liquid damage. You can see the residue on there, another bad pad there, bit of corrosion just there. Okay, so this is the area of the board which has been hit. So this is where I'm going to have to pay some attention and check for problems. This whole area needs reflowing, I think, so we'll do that. see how that goes once I've done that. And that chip just there as well, I need some. I think those do too actually. Yeah, the whole edge there. See, those are looking a bit dodgy too. So I think I should just make this part of the board swim in flux and just let it have it stay. And yeah, so I thought this had been caught because the connector looked a bit dodgy on some of the pins. And the fuse here, get me out of the way, fuse is corroded, some dodgy bits on that connector, so look at those two. We shall heat that up and redo it, clean it up. Usually just heating up I think would be good enough. And alright, this area here too, there we go, so this is where we're finding all the problems is in this side. So that wasn't really obvious to start with, it's obviously got some issues here. So, and over there, a different tweezer. This one's a bit awkward to scratch with. Shouldn't really scratch your tweezers, but you know. So that needs scratching there, that's scratching there. Bits in there too, look at that. There's all little bits which need looking at. These are obviously a bit corroded here. So, just trying to get the worst of the corrosion off of the tweezer, then I'll flux it and heat it up. And we try and just touch up the soldering iron as well. Never underestimate these little blank pads like this, these test point pads and stuff like that, because sometimes they can have little wires underneath them and stuff like that. And they can be something which causes problems. That's right. Some more, isn't it, cleaning up. Okay. So let's just flux this whole area. Seems like it's been affected as well, slightly. So I'll just do that bit too. There's a cap there. It's looking quite bad, just over here. So it's probably going to need some addressing. I think it did power up, so anything that's here already is not probably that serious. It did power up and it just wouldn't see the hard drive, so that's a bit less of a problem, I think. I believe it's just that flex, but it could be an issue on the board itself. See this green thing here? I'll show you this. Just there, that part, thermal sensor. So inspecting is a bit of a slow, tedious process. Unless you're really used to doing it, you can do it quite quickly. Alright, so I think what I should do is go around with the soldering iron and do the ones I can see directly, and go from there. No problem. Probably not, I think they're okay. I think there's really an issue there. Alright. So, we'll start up here. I could use hot air on that bit actually. Soldering iron usually works a bit better though for getting the direct corrosion off. So let's just do this side first before I forget about it, because there's the only one point on this side. Just in there. Right, let's get this sorted out hopefully. Got the right tip in the iron now. Absolutely fine. I don't use that. I may not even have to add solder here. I'm just trying to activate the flux directly on those components. Those ones weren't looking too bad. Let me find where I am. I've lost myself because I zoomed in so far. Over there more. Right. Cool. So that's it, done. Now this side. Start over here. I could use hot air for this, but it's noisy, and sometimes I actually prefer just to put a direct contact on the soldering iron because this seems to work nicer sometimes. You might need some more heat though. Being a small tip, needs a bit more effort to get it all okay. But I'm really worried about it just there. I think I might need to solder on it. Just here as well, I'm happy with. Touches up anyway, even though they look kind of okay. Yeah, they're alright. Is it green then? I think it is a bit green. Let's just do that. And yeah, I could probably do this hot here as well, but for the time being I just want to use a soldering iron. I want to make sure I get these individual pads like this. Touch them all up properly like that. Weird now. It's looking a bit dodgy there. I'll zoom out slightly, it's going to be hard. Okay. Let's do this. Always. Disconnector's had it. Let's take this connector off. I do have more. But yeah, make sure I've got one that fits. Right, new connectors. So make sure it looks like it's the right one, that's all. We'll take this one off. This is not the right one. So I don't have the right connector for this thing. Well, I tried to get that connector off the other board and it's not good, it's damaged it as well, so I think I'm going to have to just wait until I get a new connector for this bloody thing. I'm trying to do it the other way, it's not looking very likely. So in the time being I'll give this a clean up. So I can't use a refurb connector, I don't think. Unless I can get the thing off without damaging it, then yeah, nothing I'm going to be able to do with it. Clean this up first, put some leaded solder on here, get it all nice. And we're ready for the next one. Okay, so I need to get connectors. Looks like can't do any more on this one, so get a new connector. Right, so these cables here are for 2000, is it 15-inch? Yeah, these are 15-inch models, 1178A. It's 0814. It's not the same as those. It's 1480, 81 1480. So I'm not sure what that one actually is. It's not a 15-inch. Maybe it's a different year or some night, I don't know. But anyway, that's got to come out. This is the correct cable here. This one's got to go in there. Right, so 1480, this one's got to go in. Mid 2012, 13-inch. Right, so that's what's supposed to be in this machine. So we'll change that out and go from there. Right, screwdriver. I'm going to assume this cable's bad. I'm not going to keep it. It's got these little kinks and ripples and stuff in it as well, so I'll just take it out and not worry about it all. It can go. Okay. So there's a little lever here, you've got to flick up. Then you have to get the board out here out. There's also the whole flex there. And the board's got to come out. This. And that little lever releases the other part there, like that. So I should be able to pull that off there like that. There we go. So that bit's the bit you keep. This bit is going in the bed. I'm going to have to get some more of these. This is my last one. Okay. Get screws out here before I lose them. So, procedure is basically the opposite of that. Take the sticky piece off the back of this. Try and get the sticker piece off the back of that. These cables are very fragile, so you have to be really careful not to damage them. Treat them very gently. Don't force anything, don't pull on them. Always support them. Just try and put that back into there. Get the shot so you can see what I'm doing. Kind of concentrate on what I'm doing rather than what you need to see, so it's a bit of an error on my part. Okay, that's sent down. It's pushed in. Okay, that's all seated in there nicely. Just make sure that's definitely all the way in, then I'll clamp it down. Yep. Push the lever down. Okay. We fit this into the case. These hard drive flexes are a known problem. They often fail. They're known for giving lots of problems, so you know it's not exactly surprising that there is an issue with them. What I've got to do here, I've got to bend these into the right shape. So I've got to go. Firstly, I've got to bend this way. There's dotted lines along here, which you probably can't see a little bit. Bend them gently. Don't do it too hard. You don't want to kink them. But I do want to be encouraged to bend along those lines. Okay, like that. If you kink them too much, then you might end up damaging it. So that's why I'm saying you have to be careful with it. There's another tweezer. Just one in there. So we'll just screw that into there like that and guide all this down. Now, this has got to be guided around and stuck down into place as well. The original witness mark wasn't pressed, but alright, we'll give it a go. Pretty much if you follow the line of where the original one was, it should be pretty close to where it needs to be in order to get it to sit right. Okay. So you don't clean that adhesive off, you leave it there. Because that's your guide to getting the next one in. So you've got to kink that over a little bit just to get it in there. I actually don't like this particular system here. They're having these drives like this, kind of kinked over that. It's just not good. I don't like it at all. It's what's required, but I don't like it. It's probably part of the reason they fail all the time. Okay, so that's that in place. Like I said, I need to give this a proper cleaning yet. Obviously, just got the worst of it off with a bit of IPA, but I'd rather chuck it through the ultrasonic, get it all off really nicely. So just check it some more, still quite a bit of residue on here. So I've got some flux clean, maybe I should just use that. I'm just using IPA. IPA does okay, but it's not always the best, depending on the flux you're using. Sometimes you need something a bit more powerful. This is not doing it. Right, so we've got a bit of a clean up, it's slightly better now. It's got rid of most of the residue. We've got some of this circuit board cleaner stuff here, I'll use that. I may not need ultrasonic if that's alright. So it's run the risk of not needing to ultrasonic. Let's get some heatsink compound on here. So I'll clean up all the original stuff originally, of course. Mustn't forget to refit the heatsink. I've done that once before. I was working on something and I put it back together and looked at the bench and oh, there's the heatsink. Take it all apart again. It happens. I haven't really looked at that DC connector yet, actually. You should look at that because they sometimes need a bit of help. Just make sure it's okay as well. I haven't checked it.
me.
I'm recording. That's this MacBook here I just finished fixing. It boots up and everything. I'll get it booting up. It'll take a little while though. So this has had liquid damage, which I've repaired. It had a issue with not detecting the hard drive, which was a bad flex cable. I fixed that. The LVDS connector was bad. I've replaced that. I had to get some new ones, which are just here. And after giving it all a good clean up and everything, it seems to boot up and work fine. So I've got one ASD anyway, just as like a final check. But it does actually go. It's still got an old hard drive in there, so it's a bit slow to get going. I'm going to change it to an SSD, but that'll speed up no end. And it looks like another successful repair, so I'm pretty happy about that. It's a 2012, mid-2012, so it's not played with any issues and like it's one of the better ones, so I'm pretty thrilled. Let's get the thing going. It's almost there. It's been a bit of a pain this one, but we got there in the end. It's been quite a bit of work. I spent probably 6 hours or so on it, fixing it up. But I had to, little bits of water damage and stuff on there, or liquid damage, which had to be fixed up, and that took a bit of time. Some bad MOSFETs for that, but it goes. Doesn't seem to be running slower and all that. It seems to be working as you would expect it to. This is a 2.5 gigahertz. Okay, all just fine. And I'll bring up the temperature sensors, which is this one. So all the sensors here reporting as being normal. We can see it on camera. Yeah. So it's all good. Nothing's showing up as being a problem. Winner, winner.